Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ask Dino show. Now this is part 2 of us examining the phenomenon of tribute acts. Now tonight we have the OGs, the guys that have been around for 35 years. They're called Led Zeppagin. I'm sure you've probably seen them. They do Led Zeppelin, obviously. They're so good, Jimmy Page even came to the show to see them. I mean, come on, really? Anyway, we also have Kyle Frost, who does Foreigner, Boston, and Bryan Adams. Tonight is going to be a blast. I can't wait to talk to these guys. The Ask Dino show coming at you right now. Welcome back to the Ask Dino show, everybody. We are doing a show that's different, really different. I've been doing this for a long time, and I want to do something that's not been done before. And I was thinking, okay, what can I do? Well, I've been watching, and there's an art form called the tribute. I want to say band. I'll just get to say performers. And I said, you know what? Let's do a show on that. And I said, well, who can I call? Well, I got one of my best friends here. I've known him for at least 25 years. We did an album in 1999. Yep. He does Foreigner. It's called Foreigner. It's a Foreigner tribute. He also does Boston, which is called Rock and Roll Band. He does Bryan Adams, which is Summer of '69. Dude, you're busy.
I try to be.
Ah, damn.
I like living indoors.
Yeah. and eating.
Eating, yeah. Eating is good too.
Anyway, he's also got a new surprise act. We're going to talk about that later. He's an incredible singer, and this is Mr. Kyle Frost, everybody. Yes. Anyway, and we also have, I mean, you could not do this show without these guys. These guys are the OGs. These guys have been around for
34 years.
34 years.
34 years.
Loyalty.
And I was like, I must have been 10 years old when they started. Swan Montgomery and Jim Wooten, everybody. I've been watching you guys' videos, and it's just like the history you guys have is just insane. Now we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff, but the main thing the main thing for this show is what is going on. What is the difference now? Because right now it's not like it was before. Swan, let's start with you. What do you think the difference is?
Well, I think it's to do with the music industry itself.
Yeah.
You know, I just. The music from our era, 60s, 70s.
Right. Which is by far still the best. People want to hear it. They want to hear it.
Yeah.
And that's not bragging either. Not because we're that era. It just is better.
It just is better.
Yeah, it is better.
And real musicians playing on stage and production on live shows where everything has to be so perfect. The playback.
Right.
You know, which
Click tracks,
which we've discovered in some live shows.
You're the real deal playing the real music.
Yeah, we're playing the real deal. That's what I think.
And your players are freaking outstanding, by the way. I mean, you guys are just like... I mean, it's not guys that are playing at it. You actually are playing it. I know you guys have always had draw.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
But do you feel like you're getting more now? You feel like it's more... Is there anything different to you than this?
Well, something happened a few years back. I went and saw Kansas at the Forum in 1980. Completely packed out at the Forum.
Right.
1980. A few years back, we played the Grove with Led Zeppagin, and we drew 1,700 people. Kansas played there the following week and had 600 people.
Wow.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know how this is happening, but I think, there are still select acts, Led Zeppelin, Beatles, Foreigner, still popular,
Right.
Pink Floyd, that still has such a massive audience out there that for some reason now the better tribute bands are drawing better than the actual original artists from that period of time as well.
It's actually young kids coming,
Yes.
and with the long hair, and the parents are bringing the kids, so they've also been playing their style of music.
They're not saying, Dad, it's your music, it's too old, but now the kids are realizing
it's good music.
This is good, and it's not crap. It's not junk. Kyle, what is your vibe? What do you feel?
I love that point too, because we see a lot of kids. It's always great for me when the younger kids come up and say, "Yeah, my dad's played this music. I love." I say, "You know Foreigner? You know? Oh yeah, this. My dad plays. My mom plays it in the car or whatever."
But they don't feel. They're not feeling.
They're not feeling
yeah.
No, it's something.
I want Taylor Swift
it's
or
new,
something.
No, exactly. It's new to them, and and they like the music. And I think, look, there's an integrity to those bands that is just, and I don't say that the music today doesn't have integrity. It's just different. The bands that I'm involved in, we, like you guys, we play every note, we sing every note, and that's a cool little edge to walk on, because you can go out there with tracks and sound perfect.
Yeah.
But the whole idea of live music to me is the element of, hey, what's going to happen? Are we going to be able to really knock it out of the park tonight? Or if we're not feeling good, can we still give it, and bring it?
And you said it's like musical theater.
Well, that's
it's like a musical theater. It's like you're, because, you're going to get these trolls. And if somebody said something about, I put something out about you guys, and somebody said something, well, there's only one Robert Plant and only one Led Zeppelin. It's like, what a stupid effing thing to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These guys are breaking their ass trying to entertain you.
And I love Robert Plant, and he's a god. Robert Plant can't do what Swan Montgomery can do now.
No,
That's right.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
And
so
that's
he's
not
delivering.
taking it right.
He's delivering.
He delivers it better. When I first got into the tribute thing, that was exactly how I approached it. I said, this is musical theater. It's a rock opera kind of thing. I mean, the music is the script, and I studied Lou. I studied hours and hours and hours, watching how he held the mic, watching how he sang, watching how he moved, because I want to put that across so that people come and get that experience of, okay, we're back in 1985 at the Forum at a Foreigner show, and the band's firing, and we want to bring the great catalog and the great music in with integrity and get it as close to what you would have remembered going to those shows. It's the nostalgia, because music brings people back to a place in their life.
That's
you know.
right.
Well, the cool thing is, some shows, one of the, as well as kids, is actually when the parents come up and let you know when they met their wife for this particular year. I was at the Forum in 1971.
Right.
You guys just brought that all back.
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
yeah. I was.
And they even get emotional about it too.
Absolutely.
So it's really a cool thing. It's special.
If you love the music and you have it in your heart and you put it forth in the manner that is respectful, people are going to respect that and enjoy, because look, you can't go see Lou Gramm and Foreigner anymore. You can go see Lou Gramm by himself, or you could go see Foreigner with Kelly, and Mick doesn't even play with them that much anymore. So these, and again, you're not going to see Led Zeppelin play together again.
No.
So what's the next best thing?
I did a show in Las Vegas. I was the drummer and the musical director of a show called Solid Gold Soul, which was all Motown. The Entertainers came on, and we rehearsed a little bit, and it was cool. It's like, oh, they're good. Well, come time to do the show, I'm up there, and I was also the MC, so I was doing all the talking, and I was introducing, and all of a sudden, it was Ray Charles's guy. It was Ray Charles's turn, and there was a guy named Pete Peterkin, who was just freaking insane. He gets up, and we start doing What I Say by Ray Charles. And we're playing, and I'm going, and William Owen, and I'm going, Jason! I never felt that way. I felt like I was on stage with Ray Charles. I'm getting goosebumps now just thinking this guy was so freaking good that it was like, I feel like I'm playing with Ray Charles. That's how good that was. Do you still get that rush of from the audience? Do you still get that rush of when you do, when you're and they go crazy? I mean, do you still get that? You still feel that rush?
Every night. Never
even after
changes.
all this time.
Even after all this time, and many times that I've sang Stairway to Heaven, it's the same feeling.
See, that's one reason why you guys. Because I was gonna ask you. How do you keep 30 years or 22 years?
20, yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in a band.
But because it's the audiences and the energy that's coming from the audience, so it's a different audience.
Right. How about you, Kyle? Are you still feeling it? Because I saw you. I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago. And you came out, and the band came out and did a couple of them. Killer band, by the way. You gotta see it. Great It's great to see guys that can actually play.
Yeah.
Great.
But, you know, of course, they came out and did something by then. I'm going, man, this is real here. You know, they all know they're not the real quote unquote guys that did it, but there's a real, you know.
Yeah.
So are you still?
Yeah.
You must be.
Oh yeah. However, if I'm going to go and put my heart and soul and perform, it's got to be a love. It's got to be a love.
Yes,
and
yes.
and these catalogs, the bands that we do, I'm truly in love with, and I love the music. It means a lot to me. It still means a lot to me. So just going out and being able to perform those songs, I know I'm not Lou Gramm. I have no delusions of grandeur that I'm Lou Gramm or Brett
Delusions
Delp
of-
or
delusions
Brian
of Graham.
Adams or whatever.
Yes, yes.
But I want to do it justice when people come up and say, "Oh my God, it's like listening to the record," or "Oh my God, you guys are so good." Whatever, you brought me back to when I asked my wife to marry me, listening to "I Want to Know What Love Is."
Yes.
And all those things they
Yes.
happen. That's really it makes it so worthwhile, and it gets you through maybe some of those gigs that aren't so spectacular.
You're right.
Because
yeah.
they're out there.
Sure.
They're not all grand.
We interrupt to bring you the Ask Dino Show, Untold Tales from the Vault.
I think you got Paul McCartney on the show. I think.
Not as a guest. He did some
He did something?
sketches. Yes, he
Was he there in person or no?
He was there in person, but not as a guest.
As a guest, but he was there.
He was there in person. I know because I smelled his room after he left. Just, you know, I thought maybe some of the
You gotta
bass,
smell it. You gotta
smooth
smell Paul.
bass
You
line
gotta-
moved. It's true. No, it's true. It's true. Like Paul McCartney made everyone feel stupid. I was like waving at him, and he waved back, and I was like, I'm going to smell his room now.
Oh, really? So did it smell like Paul McCartney, or was it
It
like?
smelled wonderful.
Okay, good.
I don't know if it's him or just.
This has
That's all you
been
need to know.
Untold Tales from the Vault.